will bounce right in the end zone for a touchback. Guys up front, line up. It's first down. The linebacker shifting around now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And the pass is incomplete. Hoping for another chapter in this tremendous rivalry, Kirk. They've been playing since 1900.
Yeah, that's really what makes college football what it is. And I think all the concern with the realignment was we would potentially lose games like this. It's great to see Texas and OU still be playing for many years to come.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bond. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On the ground, it's Baxter. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. What's cool about the battle for the golden hat is that it's a wearable trophy. You see the winning side, they went grab that hat, Kirk, and they take a picture that lasts a lifetime.
And Chris, think about it over the years, all the different folks that have been able to have a chance to put that hat on. Charlie Strong, of course, when Texas had a big win, Baker Mayfield, Vince Young, and it goes back and forth. And you're right, today, whoever wins this game, they're going to be quick to get that hat on.
Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping and doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And looking for a big play here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Longhorns. No chance to catch him. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
And that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
Point after, not quite through. Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. He steps out at the 22. That's where the drive will begin. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Remember, last time they played, the Sooners pulled out a close one. That was a heartbreaker for the Longhorns.
You know, when I think of this rivalry, Chris, it's one of those rivalries that just goes back and forth and back and forth. Oklahoma had that narrow win last time out. You know that has Texas's attention today.
They'll toss it to the right side. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. And it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and they get you the yards you need.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here's the second down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Makes a quick grab. Unleashes the stiff arm. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And now here comes the point after attempt.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Breaking free at the 35. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. They go with a direct snap. Tackle made after just a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Bringing it back, it's Burks. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Here's that defense shifting again. And they'll use the ground game here. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
With the return, it's Bond. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Offense takes the field. Last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Grab down the middle. It's Helm. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there. Big versus big. The completion makes it second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running back has it on the screen now. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Bringing it out, it's Sawchuk. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out, and they put something together in this drive. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
It's reeled in. It's Anthony. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up fourth down. And the Sooners will look to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Trying for a fourth down completion. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Going the other way. Can they stop him? At the 30 now. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier tackled there.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Bringing pressure. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looks to his left and makes the completion. He's swarmed by the defense. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot from 24 yards. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. Big sock shot. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Pressure is coming. And he's hit just before the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
There's a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Nice throw caught for a completion. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, on third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
This is good pressure by the defense, and it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Back to pass. It's Hawkins. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Fires it to the wideout. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
And this pass is caught, so a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. He bought some time, now lets it go. On 4th down, a short toss to the running back. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Sawchuk. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the Sox were able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The offense was fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Breaks loose at the 45. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down. Makes me harken back to guys like Sam Bradford and Jason White, their Heisman campaigns and the accuracy that they threw the football with. Great example of that right here by this OU quarterback.
The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hawkins. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Touchdown, Oklahoma. It was a foot race and he won it. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is good. Puts them in front, 14-13 now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. He's found some room at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds. They're short of the end zone. Couldn't quite get there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Longhorns line it up with 1st and goal. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas. And they will claim the second half lead. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down his ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. Big sock shot. He's tackled at the 17, so a little bit better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. They'll hand it off. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a 1st down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, And he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Off the play fake on first down. It's a risky pass. He gets away with it. Almost the second interception to this defense today.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
On the handout, they'll test the right side here. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll give it to the running back. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he lofts it toward the sideline. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's sharp. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking to pass. It's Manning. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking.
What you want, KD?
You can't just be a guy who runs the football.
KD, what you want,
man? You have to be able to catch it as well.
Trying to
he
focus.
didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move. Looking deep. You make the
Dang, I
tackle,
caught a
but he
read.
gains
Boy,
enough
that kid,
to
yeah.
make the first down in what should be the last play of the
I
third
did.
quarter.
Boy, like I had extender then. Then I threw a red. I had to go get it. I said, hold on. Look at KD talking some good pass. Boy, I got out of one then. Dang, so got out of one. Let me tell you what crazy. I ain't broke a sack all year, you mean?
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set
to
run a first down play. And there's the handoff.
Come on, big lime. You got to get up quick,
but a decent gain that time.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Again, makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
5 for Arch, man. Ain't nobody mess with 20 euros, bro. We going with Arch, bro.
And how about the receiver?
We run the future out here.
Nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Defensive coordinator looking to bring some
probably
pressure.
sleep, KD.
To throw, it's Manning.
Come on, man. Don't throw behind them, baby.
He stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Nah, we ain't had no game, KD. We ain't have practice today.
Close to the goal line, they can
They had the city redoing the field, so we ain't do that.
And they pick up the first on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking.
I hate it. They do this all the time. They're like D-line don't get no push.
This offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Extra point up and good. So the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Katie, what y'all looking like football this year? Y'all gonna be all right? Who y'all quarterback gonna be?
He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
Football practice. Y'all quarterback gonna be.
Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Short pass finds the tight end. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Oh, dang. Well, they got Tyler playing there. They say join QB, but Tyler playing
there. They get 2 touchdowns. So anything to move them closer to that first touchdown is always going to be good.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap.
Bro, I slid you where you need to be, linebacker. Okay, Tyler plays the
game.
I literally slid him where he needed to
simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion.
I looked up
that
on
doesn't
that.
turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
I'm playing against Ocho right now.
Yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense.
I'm like, bro, it's late, Katie, but these kids don't go to sleep no more, boy.
Looking to throw. It's Hawkins.
Oh, my goodness. How did y'all leave him wide?
For a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I said I wasn't going to run. Boy, I said I wasn't going to run.
See if they can convert the point after.
Katie, it don't matter. You middle school, elementary school, it's all the same. Y'all go to the same school.
Get a little bit closer.
The little fake magnet school y'all got.
Team on the field getting set now.
I ain't gonna lie, Ocho, that magnet school so bad, boy. My kid didn't even know what horizontal and vertical mean. I swear to God, I was telling about the seams. I was like, okay, we want the seam horizontal. They were like, what is horizontal? I just shook my head. I just shook my head and said it'll fit for you.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds. The clock keeps moving here late in the game. You're trailing as a defense. Got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Katie, I don't know what grade are you in? They 3rd, 4th grade, something like that.
Another big game. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Something like that.
Well, that was
a 9 to 10-year-old kid.
Executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield.
You said they should know that.
That's
what I thought.
Let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
That's what I thought too, Katie. But
offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Running back grabs it on a screen. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Well, nice job here by the receiver to be able to pick up this 1st down. I guess the only thing he could have done better was stay in bounds. You got to stay in bounds to be able to keep that clock moving with the lead.
Longhorns looking to keep this drive rolling. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Jump.
Chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. We'll see if they can convert.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Great.
Leading here in the 4th quarter will keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. And he drops back in the gun.
Man, they got me for a hold.
Please don't. Stays alive.
Oh, wow.
The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play.
Ain't like he had anything to do with the play.
Here on 1st and 10.
He was just clear out. Yeah, so he was just clear out.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
Bro, how you get tripped up like that?
Backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. 2nd down play coming up. And now the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Now they try to run it here on 2nd down, unable to get the 1st down. And now, late in a game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion, the clock will stop, or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
Long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. game moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be getting stuck on jet sweep like that so much, bro. I started to run them because I said, man, I ain't gonna lie. I be getting beat by them so much. My folk don't be moving. I be standing still.
I expect to be able to
get
just
them out of
bleed
you.
the clock out here in the final minute. Keeping it on the ground here.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Longhorns are in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. They're going to run it here. And they'll stop him just
GG's, bro.
the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights.